What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. So we're continuing on today playing the base Kyurem set that we have been playing all week. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, make sure you go and do so. My goal for this team was a win a day, and we had a pretty decent run last episode. Hoping we can continue on with that today and see exactly what we can do. So getting paired up here for game number 1. Ooh, Lilligant Groudon. I like it. Dusclops and Grimmsnarl are very interesting as well. Let's see. I really like Rillaboom. And I think Rillaboom Zapdos actually look really appealing. I would like to try to get a Tailwind up in this game, because then we can actually outspeed some stuff and do some real damage. I think it's just the top 4. I don't think I really care for P2 here. I don't think I care for Metagross in the face of Entei in Sun. I think Crobat Rillaboom is fine as a lead. And we can do like Zapdos Kyurem. Crobat's main goal right now is just set up Trick Room. If we can do that, I feel pretty okay. Set up Tailwind. Man, that's the second time today. But if we can accomplish that, I feel pretty okay. I think Lilligant Groudon is like a non-zero chance that they lead that. I can also see something like I can see like Groudon Dusclops as a lead. I could also see Dusclops Grimmsnarl. This is just going to be Groudon Lilligant. Okay. I'm pretty okay with this. So I can fake out the Lilligant and Tailwind. And then the following turn, I will be faster than the Lilligant with Crobat, so I can go for like a Cross Poison into it. I can also see them protecting Lilligant here. So I could just go for a Wood Hammer into the Groudon. I actually could see them double protecting here. I think going for Fake Out into Lilligant is probably the safest play. Could see like a Heat Crash come out from Groudon. But I think this is probably our best play. Okay, they're going to save the Groudon. That's fine. They're going to bring out Entei. No Protect, so we're going to break a potential Sash on the Lilligant. Nice crit. So we obviously could go for Taunt into the Lilligant, but I think just going for a Cross Poison is fine. And I'm going to Protect with Rillaboom here. Bait out the Sacred Fire into that slot. This is one of the things that we ran into last episode, is like facing down a Entei here, and like we don't really have a good switch in here. I'm just going to bring out Dusclops. This is also fine, because now next turn I can just taunt that. Going for the taunt into it this last turn would have been actually pretty good for us. Yep, there's a Sacred Fire. Alright, so now I like Taunt the Dusclops, and I kind of want to just Wood Hammer it. I can see that working out. We probably lose our Rillaboom if that's the case. But that gives me... if that's the play, how do I beat Groudon in the end game? And I think it's just Kyurem. Kyurem lines up well against Lilligant and the Groudon, so I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, we'll just go for a Wood Hammer here into Dusclops. Gonna get that taunt off. Gonna fire off a big Wood Hammer here. Holy cow. Okay, Rillaboom, you need to calm down with these crits today, buddy. Out here critting the world. So obviously we go down to that. Not really surprised by that at all. And now How do I deal with... How do I deal with an Entei? Probably just like Thunderous Kick plus Cross Poison. So we're not going to see like a Pain Split come out here. Last turn of Tailwind. So I think we just Cross Poison the Entei and we go for a Thunderous Kick into it. And then next turn we can Detect plus Tailwind again if we need to. Especially if we can get a Tailwind up when Lilligant comes back out, I feel pretty okay about this game. Really good damage coming out from Crobat. I doubt this is in Thunderous Kick range, but that would be nice. No, not quite. We do get that defense drop, which is good. They're going to Sacred Fire into Crobat and miss. And they're going to Nightshade into my Zapdos. Okay. Pretty okay turn, all things considered. So now I can go for... Okay, Tailwind is over, so now we can set up another one. Do I think I'm faster than Entei outside of Tailwind? What is our speed? 167. Entei speed. What is max speed Entei? I doubt they are. Max speed Entei. It's also 167. I think we go for the Thunderous Kick. I think we got it in. We should. Okay, they're going to withdraw. Is this Grotto or is this Lilligant coming out? Okay, this is fine. Because now we get a Thunderous Kick into it, and then a... Their taunt didn't wear off, right? We still have one more turn of taunt. Actually, really good damage. Yeah, they're just going to Nightshade again. So now Cross Poison plus a... I bet they switched Dusclops out. This is the last turn of Terrain as well. Okay. Grassy Terrain is over. Taunt is over. So now I can Cross Poison the Lilligant here. I don't think Blaze Kick is enough to take out the... I'm just going to Taunt. And we'll go for Thunderous Kick into the... I mean, I could Blaze Kick this slot. We get punished by a Entei switch in, but like, then we're still doing decent damage. I think Blaze Kick this slot is fine. I bet they just Nightshade. Yeah, Blaze Kick is nowhere near enough. They do connect the Sleep Powder onto Crobat, but that's kind of fine. Like, our Sash is still intact. He says as he gets hit by a Nightshade. Obviously, we're going to stay asleep this turn, so I'm just going to Thunderous Kick the Lilligant, take it out before I can get another Sleep Powder off. Like, the Crobat's not doing... I mean, the Dusclops isn't doing anything at this point, so I'm pretty okay just to target everything else and eventually take out the Dusclops. Like, we still have full HP Kyurem in the back, too. And, like, the mons that they have on the field are not pressuring us in basically any way. Crobat stays asleep because we had to burn one turn. We connect the Blaze Kick, so that is a very KO'd Lilligant. And Nightshade connects on the Crobat again. Okay. So this is probably... I can see Entei coming back out. Like if Groudon comes out, I'm pretty okay as well. Because then we can just Thunderous Kick into it. Yeah, it is just Groudon coming back out. Okay. So they're going to set back up the Sun. We have shown Blaze Kick. We've also shown Thunderous Kick. Last turn of Tailwind. Well, I would like to wake up this turn. This is a Rock Slide. This is not great. But I think we're fine. Alright, Crobat stays asleep for another turn. Thunderous Kick should do a decent chunk here. Yeah, that's actually really good damage. Oh, they're White Herb. Okay. They're gonna go for the Heat Crash, but Bright Powder coming in clutch. Opponent, I'm sure, is frantically looking at the sheet for like the accuracy of Heat Crash right now. And yeah, I'll go for another Thunderous Kick into Groudon. I'm very excited for that miss. I think that's like the first time we've actually had a Bright Powder miss. Because Heat Crash is 100 accuracy, right? Yeah, it is. Sick. Alright, get that other defense drop. Alright, now they're going to connect the Heat Crash. I wonder if they set up Tailwind here, or Trick Room here. Or they just Nightshade and take us out. Yep, okay. So, we're in a situation. We're in a situation where it's a 1v3, but everything they have has been severely damaged. So, like, I don't feel awful about the current position we're in. The downside is we've taken out all their... Like, we took out the Lilligant, and they have a bunch of special attackers here. So I think the play here is I'm going to Shadow Ball the Dusclops to remove it. I could also Glaciate to... I actually think Glaciate's fine. If they have... okay, they're going to protect. Going for the Shadow Ball could have been fine. I wonder if they set up Trick Room here. Wonder how much this does to Dusclops as well. Not quite enough. Shadow Ball easily would have taken it out. They set up Trick Room here. Yeah, this is like the other thing is like now they get a bunch of HP back here with Pain Split. I should have just targeted that down so then this exact instance doesn't happen because now we're in a really bad position where they have an Entei in the back who can probably KO us on the range we're at with a Sacred Fire and the Sun. So I think just targeting down the they actually are faster than us as well. Just targeting down the Dusclops last turn would have been correct because then we probably live the Precipice Blades, but we probably don't live the double up if they are faster than us with both. The other thing to think about is just thinking exactly how we losing. Losing Rillaboom I think was fine, but like I also think it's our best Groudon answer, but it doesn't really answer anything else that they have. So I'm not entirely sure if I like it there or not. Really high ranked opponent here for game number 2. With Zamazenta, Crobat, Dragonite. This is a team. I actually really like this team. I wonder if this is Howl Entei. Man, I wish we had an Intimidator for this game. I'm gonna do like P2. Man, P2 doesn't look all that great, seeing how they have a Zamazenta and an Urshifu here. Kyurem looks very appealing. I could just do like Kyurem Rillaboom up front with like P2 Metagross in the back. Does Metagross even look all that appealing? Not particularly. I think it's better than Zapdos though. Zapdos hits 3 of the 6 super effectively. 4. Well, 1, 2. No, just 2 actually. I think I like Metagross. Having priority Bullet Punch seems okay here. I don't love this matchup on paper. It's very interesting, that's for sure. But I'm excited to see exactly what we can do here. Let's see what you got, opponent. So let's see. It's gonna be Crobat Zamazenta. I wonder if they're just gonna set up a Tailwind here. So the Dauntless Shield does its thing. So we can fake out the Zamazenta and go for a Glaciate here, which will help with the speed control. So let's see what opponent's bringing. What opponent is bringing to the table. What do we got, opponent? I'm trying to think exactly what they could be doing here. Like, Tailwind makes sense. But like past that, I'm really unsure about what Zamazenta is going to be going for here. Okay, just a quick guard. That's interesting. Oh, that was quick guard from Crobat. Today I learned. I legitimately didn't know that was a thing. I mean, we get a big Glaciate off here. Huh. Like, the problem here is if Kyurem doesn't outspeed this next turn. Which, based on Crobat's speed, 200... It's 167, so they should outspeed Kyurem with their max speed. I mean... How much does Woodhammer do here? They're +1 defense, too, which is really awkward. Oh, we are faster than Crobat, so we get to take it out. Now Zamazenta's at -2 speed. Nice crit. It's not really the crit we cared about there, but we'll take it. Man, we might actually just have a really hard time dealing with this Zamazenta. Like, look how little we did there. Yeah, this is just Behemoth Bash. I'm assuming taking out my Kyurem here. But I'm pretty okay with this. Yep. Okay, so we've got them to -2 speed, which is relevant. But now I can bring out Zapdos and we can kick it. Like Thunderous Kick plus... I didn't bring Zapdos, I brought P2. I don't remember wanting to bring P2 to this matchup. Alright, Metagross, you're coming to play, I guess, buddy. They're gonna bring out Dragonite. Okay. I mean, now that Now that Kyurem's gone, it seems relatively safe here. So we'll go for a Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, we'll go for a Stomping Tantrum, and we will go for... I'm actually just going to swap Rillaboom out for P2 here. Because we can go for an Ice Beam. And I think with the defense boost from Zamazenta, we're almost guaranteed the special attack boost. Which would be good, because then an Ice Beam into Dragonite should KO it. So the question is what do they got going on? Show me special attack. Heck yeah, I could drop P2. Okay, they're going to withdraw. This is also fine. They're going to go into Urshifu, which is not ideal. Dual Wing Beat into my P2. Yep. Their Life Orb Dragonite. Okay. That did damage, yes. The problem is I don't think P2 lives a close combat. I'm going to go into Rillaboom here. And I'm going to try for a Trick Room, but I don't feel good about this. I think we get KO'd from a double up here. Oh, they're just going to withdraw Dragonite. Okay. I really need P2 to be able to live. And I'm not sure it's going to be able to. P2, you're insane. P2, you are actually insane. Because now that goes down to a Grassy Glide here. Because we broke its Sash. Pending that it is Sash, which I could see. I think they switch out. How many turns of Trainer left? 1. They could also protect. I think my play... I'm going to switch back into Metagross here. And I'm going to click Recover this turn. I don't know if Urshifu stays in. I don't think they do. And I want Rillaboom to be able to, 1, preserve to be able to deal with the Urshifu, and 2, be able to reset terrain if needed. Okay, Urshifu just protects. I mean, that's still really good for us. Gonna get a bunch of HP back, and they're gonna go for Howl. That's terrifying. It is, in fact, Howl Zamazenta. Okay. How do we deal? We came to play, now how do we do it? We've shown them Stomping Tantrum, so they could switch Zamazenta out. I think I like switching Metagross out to reset terrain. I like Ice Beaming into the Zamazenta slot, anticipating a switch. Getting that recovers off, so now we're not KO'd to Aqua Jet. Man, this is a really difficult game. I don't know how we're breaking through the Zamazenta yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Do you stay in or do you swap out? Okay, you just stay in. This could be a close combat into P2 then. We get the freeze on Zamazenta. That's a huge deal. So it's going to be a Surging Strikes. Is this into Rillaboom? Yeah, it is. Sick. Alright. So now they protect. They protect Urshifu. So this is... We can Woodhammer plus... we can Woodhammer plus... Oh, they're getting really close to being able to have their Sash back up. Which honestly is fine because we have 2 turns of Trick Room left, so we can KO them on the last turn of Trick Room. We can Woodhammer the Zamazenta. And we can Ice Beam that slot as well. Like, I want to Ice Beam that slot because I think they're more likely to switch Zamazenta out than they are... Urshifu here. That's really good damage. That explains that. They didn't protect Urshifu. That's actually really awkward. Yeah, they're going to close combat into my Urshifu again. I don't understand that play. So now you're at -2 defenses. I mean, you're just dead to... You're dead to... Grassy Glide there. I don't understand that play at all. It's like now... How do I deal with Urshifu? They protect here. They gotta protect, right? I'm gonna Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, we'll Stomping Tantrum, and we will... There's no way we live up +1 close combat into P2. No, I think the play... They have to protect Urshifu this turn. There's no reason for them not to protect Urshifu. Because this is our last turn of Trick Room, there's no reason for them to not protect. Because now they can KO my P2 this following turn. And this double up should take out the Zamazenta. Okay. The problem is I don't know how I'm beating this Urshifu now that they're a +1. Them attacking last turn really caught me off guard. They can't switch Urshifu out anymore. They've shown us dual wing beat on Dragonite, and that's it. Mm. 90, 135 thanks to stab, so that's 75 as opposed to 75. I think this is the play, and I don't think this wins us the game. They Surging Strikes. We could have set up another Trick Room. Why didn't they close combat? Why didn't they close combat? That just would have KO'd. Meteor Mass plus Bullet Punch should KO the Urshifu. Oh, nowhere near it. Guys, I don't know how we win this game. I don't know how we win that game. So let's think about that. I think like P2 was fine. I think Zapdos would have been better. I think Zapdos would have been better than Metagross there. Actually, I think P2 Metagross would have been fine. The fact that we got by the Crobat on turn 1. Because I didn't realize it had a quick guard. I didn't know that was a thing it could have. So I think had we done that, we could have immediately swapped out into P2 there. Like swap Rillaboom out and just freeze dry the Crobat. Because either it or the Urshifu has Sash. You can't have it on both. And they looked like a bulky variant of Urshifu, so I bet they're a Mystic Water. Like, based on the amount that Meteor Mash did at -2. Stomping Tantrum actually would have been more damage there in the end game. No. Meteor Mash was our best damage there into Urshifu. Because 135 divided by 2 is... No, I'm wrong. It would have been 65-ish. So yeah, Stomping Tantrum would have been our best damage. So I think the play is we could recover with P2 on the last turn of Trick Room, counting on Stomping Tantrum to KO the Zamazenta. We're then at full HP, which probably forces them to then close combat plus Dragon Claw. But the fact that they went for Surging Strikes could have won us that game had we been at full HP. But I think based on the damage that Dual Wing Beat did into P2, Dragon Claw was going to do more and probably would have been able to KO us, regardless if we were at full HP or not. The fact that our opponent also never switched out the Zamazenta is actually really good on them as well. Really, I think that game was winnable. I think it's really close. I think it is really, really close to being a win. But I'm not entirely sure what it would have been. I would have to reanalyze it. Alright, so we go from Zamazenta to Cali Ice. And I feel like the only reason we won this matchup last time is because we crit their Cali Ice. So, what does that mean for today? I think Rangaroo looks really good for them. I think Incen looks really good for them because it beats up both Rillaboom and Metagross. I think Crobat doesn't look all that appealing based on the fact that they have most likely Mental Herb on a Rangaroo here. So I'm thinking like Crobat plus P2 up front. I mean, Kyurem plus P2 with Metagross and Zapdos. No, I think we want Rillaboom so we can deal with Feeny and give us a potential switch in on Spore as well. So if they lead something like Amoonguss plus Cali Ice, we can swap P2 into Rillaboom or Metagross. And then what? So that's Cali Ice plus Amoonguss. Okay. We can Freeze Dry plus swap out. Gonna get the attack boost. Okay. So yeah, I like Freeze Dry and I like swapping into Rillaboom here because this allows us to fake out the Calyrex next turn and burn a turn of Trick Room. I can also see them going for Spore into Kyurem and attacking, anticipating us to set Trick Room. But I think that's a big brain play. And I think the play we made plays around this the best we can. Because I think they Spore that spot. Alright, how much does this do to Amoonguss? Actually, really good damage. Okay, and they do Spore into Kyurem. Question is what does the Calyrex do? They are just going to click Trick Room. Okay. So it actually would have been free for us to reverse Trick Room there. So I think I'm going to stay in with Kyurem. We can click freeze dry. It doesn't really matter because we're staying asleep. And we can fake out the Calyrex's turn. I think the play actually this turn was swap out Kyurem into P2. And I think swap into P2. See, I don't know how we're beating this Torkoal. Because now they get to Eruption plus Glacial Lance, and that should just be a double KO. Hope to wake up. See, now it's not going to be a full power Eruption, but I mean, we should be dead here. I think this is just a very, very terrible matchup for us on paper. As it one-shots my Rillaboom, and now it's a single target Glacial Lance. I mean, that crit would have KO'd an AV Rillaboom, so like, I bet this KOs. I'd be very surprised if this doesn't. Yep, okay. So this game is also over now. Because now they have a +1 Calyrex, and they still have Eruption Torkoal in the sun. So I don't see how we win this game either. And you know, like, these are the kind of games that you can, like, the last couple games, the games from today can really showcase what this team really does feel like in most matchups. The win rate we've had this week is, let's see, we went 1-3, 3-0, so that's 4-3, and then 0-3 today. So that's 4-6. That's a, what, 40% win rate? That's still really high for this team, I think. All things considered. And I don't think there's actually, like, any way we come back into this game. I'm going to protect, and I'm going to click Trick Room, and question mark, question mark, question mark, we somehow win. But, like, I've had fun playing this team, I really have. But by no means do I think this team is good. I'm not going to recommend that people go out and start playing this today because I think it's the best team ever. No, it is a very, very fun team, and the games that you can play with it when you have a decent matchup, like when you have an okay matchup to a positive matchup, the gameplay from this team is very good. It's very fun. But don't expect to have those every matchup. You don't line up well against a majority of the teams in the format. So now we can go for like a Stomping Tantrum and click Recover this turn, I guess. I can see them resetting Trick Room and protecting, which if that's their play, I probably could have just Meteor Mash plus Shadow Ball. I doubt that KOs the Calyrex though. I think getting this recover is actually really important for us, though. And, like, if they don't protect here with Torkoal, then, like, we just stall out another turn of Sun. Like, if they don't protect, then we get really good damage into it and, like, reduce their eruptions even more. It was like, obviously we're not KOing. So the question is do they reset Trick Room? Or do they just attack? Yeah, Flamethrower should KO. Oh yeah, by a mile. So yeah, like, this team is very fun. Don't get me wrong when I say that. But it is not an A+ team. If you're wanting to play a gimmick, and even still probably not a very good gimmick, this seems fun. I would recommend picking it up to have something new to play. Because honestly, that's what I did. I wanted to play something unique, and I figured, hey, you know, we've got the Master Ball this season. We can do whatever because I don't care about my rank, so I'm just going to play to play. And, you know, end of the day, this game is about having fun. Making content is about showing the enjoyment I'm having with playing the game. So, you know, I really do hope that, like, you know, obviously going 0-3 never feels good. But with a team like this, I really can't be mad. I really do enjoy this team. So, pick it up, guys, if you're interested in trying it out. Rental code is on your screen as we speak, and that's going to be it for today, everyone. Thank you so much, as always, and we'll be back later this week with some more Kyurem and hopefully some more wins. That would always be nice. So, have a good one, everyone. Peace.